Right, welcome to the stream, and I should be nicely, comfortably positioned in the corner of the screen there. So this is a quick, very quick stream after the last one I did. I've been wanting to do Death Crown for a while, and having finished the Domination mode and getting to the top of the leaderboard, which wasn't actually planned, well, I felt like I really had to do the game justice and try and do a whole like 30 level run. So at the start, we'll talk a little bit about how the game plays, and then slowly work on to, you know, strategy as we go into the harder levels. So let me just jump straight into it. So click on that. Right, so the first level, I will just quickly talk you through the elements of the game. So it's kind of like an RTS on a hex grid, and it's somewhat like tower defense as well. So you've got your two bases. There's one is you, one is the AI, and you can put down mines, which is the little, you know, the thing down the corner there with a W on it, which will give you resources, gold, and you can see the gold count there. It says 30 on this screenshot. And then you can put down the towers. That's the one that's E there, 25, and those will allow you to fire against any attackers. And then you've also got the graves, which is the most expensive one there, which will give you attackers to deploy against your enemy. So you've got 5 health on your bases. You can see the hearts at the top there, and all you got to do is hit them 5 times to knock them out. The crystals will give you upgrades to your armies, and it becomes quite important to hold the crystals and not let the AI grab them. So let me just dive straight into the first one. Hey, hi, Greg, Steerpike, see you in the chat there. No pressure. This is probably the most nervous stream I've done since the Cryptarch one. Right, so let me get into the game. Now, I can tell you this person was not here when I started doing looking at Death Crown this morning. Someone has jumped all the way up the charts, chasing my tail. So that's a bit worrying. I'm hoping they don't actually get to #1 by the time I finish this stream. Let me take this up. It's easier for me to concentrate. So let me just start a new round of Domination. First level. Right, so it's a bit slow, the first level. Let me just drop down a mine here, and I'm going to mine another side. It feels so slow and sluggish, the first level. Important thing is, though, you need to spread your influence. You can't just put stuff anywhere. You've got to put them in these cells which are around your base. And the only way to spread your influence is using the graves or the towers. And the mines don't do that. Now, that's kind of interesting because later on, if you are up against a cell and so is like the computer, then the cells between you will be sort of contested. They'll just go white because, you know, you're cancelling each other out. And if you do that against a mine because the mine has no presence of its own, that's one way of sort of breaking down the doors. And I'll show you a bit more of that later. You may see it on this level if we're lucky, but maybe not. But see, like round here, if I could put something here, I could sort of bust through. Oh, he's going to attack me there. Let me just put that there. I'll put a tower there, get rid of him. Right. Come on. So you can see his shapes are different. You can see these, like, he's got farms and barracks. Let me grab another crystal over here. And it takes time waiting for your gold to spin up. You can see the computer thinking, oh, well, there you go. Not too bad. I always feel it's very sluggish. 1 minute 30 is pretty good. So this is all the score rundown. It has been tweaked since Domination first went online, and it's now the time is the most important thing more than anything else. So the fact that I got a mission score of 7,000 is pretty good for the first level. Now you get upgrades as well. So I collected 1 crystal, and successive upgrades would cost 2 crystals and 3 crystals. So you have to do more levels to get each one. I personally like to upgrade the mines, gives you more gold faster. If you upgrade your towers, they shoot more frequently. And if you upgrade your graves, obviously give out the enemies more quickly. Deploy attackers more quickly. So let's move on to the next one. So what does the next one look like? As he switches over to his other screen. So That was 1. We're on to 2. And 2, again, it's a very sluggish one. I just don't have any really good strategies here. Oh, hi, Marats. So I don't have any good strategies here. I just work through it. So those trees in the middle, armies can go straight through them, but the mountains are impassable. You can't build on those trees. So basically, you see this center is sort of very permeable to attack, but you can't actually get closer to the opponent, the AI, for quite some time. And getting closer to the opponent is quite important in Deathcrown, because if you just let the AI expand, it will eventually overrun you if you're not paying attention. And there's only 2 crystals here, so you can get 2 upgrades on your forces. So let's just dive into it. Oh, we're not going to 3 yet. Okay, let's go for it. Attack. So I'll put down a couple of mines. That seems to be what I need to do on this particular level. It's usually 2 mines, 3 and some later 4. So waiting for 30 so I can drop another one. So it's Q, W, and E. You can't really remap those if you don't like doing QW, although I believe 1, 2, and 3 do also work. Right, so I'll just start an attack on... I find it's useful to start an attack on the computer's mines, because it slows it down, because when you destroy stuff, if it just keeps on building up, I'm going to do over here, it keeps on building up the, its gold and just deploys quickly. And it does like to have a lot of mines. I see it's getting an attack in already. Let's go for this one. Whoop, no, let's do that again. You can just drag straight to the destination if you want to, but I often, I'm much more precise about my lines of attack. Come on, let's do some more damage over here. There's 2 coming down there, so one's going to slip past. Let's just drop this down here. Yeah, so you can see overhead there's some damage being shown there. That's 2. I need to destroy that and put it here, I think. See, they'll go alongside it rather than through it and won't attack it directly. It's usually good to think of those kind of strategies. So now there's a tower here of the computer's own making. There you go, and we managed to hit it there. Okay, so now my armies are upgraded, and they come out a little bit different and they're a bit stronger. Okay, maybe I should start expanding over this side, try and get the other crystal. And so I'm doing something I call tower rushing, where you just sort of use a tower to step forward across the map. Now I've got the 2nd crystal, so now I've got a lot more power in these armies coming up the grade. So these 2 skeletons going up here. So maybe I should, I don't know, I feel like it's just a waiting game almost, I think, at this point. Yeah, we got rid of, still got loads of farms over here. Maybe we should attack the farms on this side. There we go. There goes the pop goes the weasel. So yeah, I pretty much like the art direction of this. I'm not going to go through the scoring on every level like that, because to most the most important thing is how quickly you do it. 4,298, a little bit sluggish, I think, for level 2. But the further on the levels you go, the higher the score you get for them is a sort of progress multiplier, which increases constantly. So let me switch on to, let's go back to our strategy table. 3. So what's on 3? Now this is a more, little bit more interesting level, because what's not immediately apparent is that you're a little bit hemmed in on both sides. You can see that the trees at the bottom define a sort of wall, and there's only a little bit to the north, should we say, above the 2 bases. And so what you want me to try to do is to hem in the computer. So it's quickly rush across the screen if you can. When I say rush, it's quite slow on these kind of levels, but That's what I'm going to try and do. And depending that let me just get back to the game. And depending on the computer, the AI's approach, it can be unpredictable. You may do better or worse. It's difficult to say what the computer's going to do. Sometimes it does things nicely for you, and other times it's like, oh, it really gets under your skin. Like, why did you put that there? The Ancient Art of War Mac. I guess it does really have that sort of Mac feel, doesn't it? The one-bit art direction. It looks really nice. I do like the look of Death Crown. It can get a bit visually crazy when you've got a lot of stuff happening on the screen. Oh, time to start moving across. I'm now doing the tower rushing. Plant a tower to expand my range, delete the one before. That is one thing the computer cannot do. It cannot delete its own structures, which you can. Now you get back half of your, come on. You can get back half of your, what's the word, energy you put in. Put that there to get the other crystal. And I'm gonna take the risk, put that there, attack that structure. So I'm gonna try and plant, a tower here as soon as this goes. That's down to 1 health. One more hit should be enough to get rid of it, and then I can drop a tower here. Then these are there we go. And now these are no longer controllable by anybody. I have exert my control here. The base exerts its control. The mine is the farm is now lost to the computer, to the AI. Oh dear. Not too bothered about that. I mean, the AI's game is over. It's off in like about. Here we go. 3 crystals. Now I'm sending in these trident guys because it cannot put anything here. It cannot defend itself. There we go. It's all over. So hemming the computer in, or getting up to the edge of the AI and sort of taking, basically, what's the word, negating control of those cells means that no one can put anything there and anything can pass through. So if they had a tower there or barracks, then you can actually, of course, you have to hit that first. But if there's mines there, they don't have any presence of themselves. They don't have any control. So they basically become inert and you walk through them. And that's very important. You have to look at where the computer's putting its sort of range of mines, because that's its weak spot. Right, 4, where are we now? 4 looks like this is a very strange level. The AI kind of goes a bit crazy on this level. If it puts down barracks, first of all, then it does nothing else. It just does nothing. It just sort of just like waits to get killed, and you can get a nice score. But sometimes it starts putting down lots of mines, and it's not very aggressive, but it takes a while to take it down. So no special rules there, just like, are you going to be lucky? Right. I'll upgrade my mines again. Right, drop 1 mine. I don't tend to put more than 1 mine on this level because I keep on hoping I'm going to try my luck. So he's not put barracks down, he's going to start building up the mines. It's definitely a he, this AI. I just want that to be absolutely clear. Oh, I should put... Yeah, now I'm going for an attack. So this is marshland. It's more expensive to build on. Although once you've built on it once, I think it turns into dead land, and then if you can build on it a second time, it's a lower cost. So you can see the prices are higher. Up here, you can see the price of a tower is 25, but down here the price is 35. Still not attacking. So I'm just going to send in more and more until it decides it's time to do something about it. So I think it's time to get this crystal. There we go. So I've got the crystal. Now my guys are beefed up a little bit. Let's just wait it out. I mean, sometimes I attack around the bottom as well, but what the computer does, the AI just puts a tower around the bottom side straight away. So maybe I should be doing that because that's exactly what it's doing right now, isn't it? Okay, I think we need to put another one here. Let's work our way down here. And let's get rid of that one. This is why I'm starting to think maybe I should have dropped another mine now. Come on. Don't make me regret the decisions I've been making. I'm gonna rebuild that. Right. Oh. Like I need to move this guy. Where? Here? Maybe over here. Oh, look at this. Honestly, this level. That is actually the much more vexing than it normally is. Unbelievable. Just for the stream. Okay, so what's up next? We're going to start to get more interesting now. So now we're on to 5. And now we have spikes. And these really do sort of make things much more interesting. So the spikes will swap, what's the word? Withdraw or come out every minute. So these are actually going to swap places. The spikes there at the start, after 1 minute, they'll withdraw, and the spaces with the holes above and below will have spikes come out. Spikes act as walls, and if you have anything built on them, when they do that, when they come out, they'll just destroy the structures. So you've got to try and, if you do build there, you want to retrieve those structures before the minute's up. But they also act as a barrier. So the interesting thing here is that you can get to this bottom crystal in the first minute. You can't get to the second one. And the question is, what is the AI going to do? So, I mean, generally, most of the action happens on the right, but I will probably sneak up on the left to try and grab the crystals. Right, so let's move on to the game. Okay, let's go for it. Lots of marshland here. But again, just the usual thing, put down a couple of mines. Just a waiting game. A few trees here and there, and I like to get in an attack before I start trying to leap over here. So grave is the first thing I'm going to drop. There we go. The reason I go around is because in case it starts building down, your guys will start wandering up here and crash into something else. And really, I want it to avoid anything it's building. Actually, though, I think that point's kind of rather moot because of that, because of these trees. But that's generally why I'm doing that. Okay, we can get this crystal here. Now, maybe it's time to start hopping across to get this crystal. Now, it's kind of expensive to get across here. There go the spikes. I always find most of the time it's better to try and nail down the crystals than anything else, because if the AI gets hold of any of the crystals, it starts to sort of pour through your defenses, and it gets really kind of gross. So I've got 2 crystals now. So I'm trying to build a corridor. I'm not being attacked here, which is good. It means they just say a sort of, this is the tower defensiveness of the game. Right now I've got all 3 crystals, so I'm going to be sending in some big giants. Now I'm probably going to swap over to the other side here. Let's put a guy down here. Attack that way. But I'm going to drop something here as soon as these spikes come up. Right. Let's go for that. Because if I get rid of this, I can drop a tower here. Go on, take it out. There we go. See that? And I can actually take this off as well. You see that? I can eat up the computer's own farms. I can get the gold back from them if you can capture them like that. Yeah. There we go, all over. 230, not too bad. Yes, Greg, the working hand sometimes makes me nervous. You can actually see where it's worried about sometimes, and where it's, you know, when it's hovering over an area, like, go away, go away. But it is useful to see what it's thinking about sometimes, or what its options are. So let's flip back to strategy table. Did I not switch this? There we go. Right, 6. Now this is another interesting one now. Well, they're all pretty interesting going forward. So we have this big section in the center, which is sealed off by these spikes. So you've got these crystals in the middle, and you're very far apart. The two, you have a long way to travel around. So my initial strategy, which kind of, you know, solved this level, was to basically get ready to move into the middle and capture all 3 crystals, while slowly maintaining an attack around the outside. And more recently I realized actually you can usually go charge straight through the center if you're ready, and puts you right up against the AI, which isn't prepared for an attack as much from the center. So sometimes it doesn't work out if it puts down a tower, you know, puts down its own barracks or something right next to those spikes. You might have to have something to negotiate with, but generally it's been pretty effective at killing off the AI very fast. So let's see how it goes this time. Right, it's going to be 2 mines. All right, so now I want to put a grave here so I can extend my influence here, so I can start running up against the spikes. But I'll also use that grave to, you know, I'm going to try and encourage it to grow this way. Let's see what happens. It does take note of the attack lines, I've noticed. It does seem to preempt where I'm going sometimes. I'll put one here and one here. And then I'll just pretty much wait. I'm going to try and tower rush towards the end. So here, for example, on the left side is quite vulnerable. If I can come up here, I can end the AI pretty quickly. Okay, here we go. Switch over. Come on, drop it. Okay, I think we're done. And now we can just need to. There we go. And I'm gonna drop a grave here. If I could just get, you know, I don't need that. There. And if I get this crystal as well. You know what? Drop that there. Oh, you got rid of my mine. I hate you. Come on, kill him off. There we go, done. So, as I said, I got right up against it. You know, I actually learned that trick of like sitting right on top of the AI, sitting on top of the mines by the edge of the base on like from level 20, because the AI did that to me, and it was just like, I'm not having this. I'm going to learn from this. Oh, I can upgrade my mines again. Okay, so back to strategy table. So level 7. Now this is where things like, I remember thinking, oh, I hate these spikes because they're like having 2 different levels overlapping. So this has 2 modes, obviously. One is like, you know, you've got these barriers on the left close to you and far on the right, and they'll obviously swap over. We've got like barriers on the far left and on close to you right after 1 minute. So the important thing to note is you cannot attack from the bottom here. It's not possible. There's no way of getting troops from like this section to the enemy, because you're always going to have a wall between you and the base. The only way to do an attack is to get into those central canyons. So your job really is to get into the middle. So what you have to do, the first thing to do, is to get out of the bottom into the middle. That's the only thing you can really do. That's what you really have to do. If you don't do that and you let the AI just expand by itself, I mean, you're toast when eventually the spikes come back. And then in the second minute, those spikes come up and it's your job to run an attack against the base. And also, this is a great time to go for those crystals, which the AI doesn't go for in the first minute. And it's actually quite hard because it doesn't destroy structures, which is what gives it the power. Now, if you're lucky, I mean not lucky, but if you're still finding like it's hard to get rid of the AI, sometimes you've got the opportunity to creep up and do that, like, you know, sit on the mines just on the other side of the base. So, right, let's get into it. All right, attack it is. So I like to build up quite a few mines here, 3, to give me sort of power I need. I don't know, I think I might have tried with 2 a while back, but you know, I actually used to do this with 4, but I think 3 is enough. You really want to hit those mines as soon as the 30 goes as well, just to make sure, you know, you're not wasting time. You could be developing energy. So now we've got the mines we need. I'm going to start launching up here. So you can see the mines are on the left side. Sometimes the AI puts the mines on the right side, and that just is the end of the AI. You know, you're going to come up here and kill it in no time. Right, don't need that. Going to put a grave here. Get rid of this, don't need this. Put a grave here. We want them far back so that they're safer. And I'm going to put, there you go, a tower here. So I've got 2 crystals already. Get ready to attack. Okay. All right. Put that there. Now I'm going to start creeping across here to get another crystal. I only really need 1 crystal, and then you've got, like, you've maxed out. Ah, really? Come on. Let's see, I have to watch the strength. Oh, that went quickly, didn't it? Oh, it's cheaper. You know what, we've got very powerful forces over here. Might as well go for it. And I think we're not going to do it in the minute. We're going to have to come up here. It's cheaper to destroy before the actual the pieces are removed. We're not going to make it. Wow, I missed that. Okay, fine. Right, we'll do the mine. We'll attack from this side. Oops, sorry, shouldn't have got rid of that. Yeah. I mean, let's just bombard it. Yeah, if you can spot your towers before they get destroyed. What about the other crystal? I mean, it feels like there isn't a 4th upgrade. You can get the other crystal, but I felt like you didn't get an upgrade out of it. You guys beef up to 3, and I don't think there's another upgrade after that. So that's why I kind of ignored it, and you can win without it. Right, so where do we go next? So 8. And we have a sort of reprise of the earlier level, and this time it's very important to notice, first of all, the chest. And in Domination, chests just give you a bunch of gold. I think it's 25, something like that. I've never really looked carefully. And so you can get this boost of gold and you can expand quickly with it. In the main game, they appear in the demonic DLC, and they have a 50% chance of exploding if you try and get them. So you just have to build next to them and capture them. You'll take control of the cell, and then you get the gold. But the important thing to notice here is that there are walls around both of us, and there's actually only 1 cell that you can come out of. And you know, the AI sort of crushed me once. It just blocked me from coming out, and I realized, oh my god, there's nothing I can do. And it's just like, it just expanded, poured more and more armies, and you know it's game over. So I learned to do that to the AI. So let's do that to the AI. Okay, so back to the game. I've got to get back at batteries for my keyboard. I hope it stays with me today. So the AI will just make mines. You'll notice the AI doesn't usually develop defenses, like towers, unless you're attacking. It doesn't tend to be. It doesn't think about putting up defenses unless it's being attacked. Okay, now we can start moving across. Almost there. We need to try and get this space if possible. Got it. Okay, that's it. We've doomed the AI. Right, so I want to get rid of that. Put that up there. Get one crystal. Because he can't build here now, so it's like game over. And so there's literally nothing stopping me from tearing him to pieces. You know what? I don't need my mines now either. Let's get a second crystal. And let's see how quickly we'll be able to destroy it. I think the AI wasn't given the ability to destroy structures because maybe it was just another level a bit too far. It was just a bit too difficult to come up with a routine for the AI to kill its own structures. I mean, I don't think it was done to make it easy. I just think it was like, okay, now that's another level of sophistication. I think it's good enough as it is. And to be honest, these levels are very difficult when you first hit on them. That's a very nice score for that level. Doing it 122, 20,000. It does make such a difference, yes. Okay, so 9. 9 is one of my favorite levels. It's just fun. Let's find out why. So 9. It looks like crazy, and indeed this level does look like outright war when it gets going. Thing to notice is that there are walls here. You cannot build through here. The crystal, you can't build through it, and there's mountains. Oh, gone back too far. So it means for that first minute, the only way to get round to the AI is to like build around the bottom, and then you'd have to build all the way around the top. But those spikes open up after the first minute, giving you more breathing room to expand. So generally what I will do after the first minute, I will rush over the top there and try and grab as many of those chests as I can. Generally, I do not make that top one. I try and steal it from the AI, but I usually get the rest down there. And the important thing is sometimes you're lucky. The AI puts a mine at the bottom of the castle, and you can creep up through the bottom here and end the level pretty quickly. But that's not guaranteed. So we'll just see how this works out. Right, back to the game. Okay, so I like to wait initially for me to get 35 and put in a grave straight away to kind of keep the AI a little bit occupied. And I want to attack around the top. And the reason I do that, I want to convince it that the top side is better to protect. Oops, I should be putting these mines down. I wanted to put a mine at the bottom here. And I want to put in get the crystal so the next troops coming out will be powered up. Oh, I don't think it's going to put mine down the bottom there, is it? Well, it still hasn't decided yet. I want to get one more mine. Now I'll start expanding down here. So it's going to grab the crystal and you get tougher troops coming down here. So I definitely need to put 2 towers here. Then I'll put another grave here because it's protected by the mountains. You go off and attack that guy. Then I can get that chest. And then I can tower rush up here. Can I make it? Probably not. Oh! I did, I made it. You gotta try and kind of negate this crystal's possession as well. Oh, it's about to put something there, is it? I did. Can I grab... Oh, I've got the crystal though. Let's attack up here. How many can I do? There we go. Yeah, 10 seconds. Will it do it? Will it be enough? Or will the spikes come up? I'll be forced to do it all over again. Ooh, I think we're going to do it. There we go. Just a second off 2 minutes. But I like that level. It kind of gets quite crazy. Although if you just keep your head and it's fine. So, nice score of 17,000. Okay. And then 10, which is one that gave me problems for a long time. So, 10 is the first boss level in Domination. So it's one of the bosses from the main game. It's the cube. And you see the cube in the corner there. It has the power to obliterate anything in this region. You cannot build anything here. If you try and build something here, it'll be blown up in like a second. So, unusually, a lot of the levels, you're quite trying to push back against the AI, try to hem it in. And here you just cannot. You have to be able to kill the AI without pushing it into a corner. And that was a nightmare because when the AI just starts spawning barracks, you end up with like loads of barracks coming against you. And you have to understand, to make up for the fact that, you know, the AI doesn't do destruction of its own buildings, it's what's the word? The levels are sort of configured against you. The stats are buffed up on the AI. Sometimes it gets more gold more quickly and its graves are faster than yours sometimes, to sort of make up for the fact that you're a human. So you see that there's those spikes there. The only thing you can do is really come down, and that inevitably means you get pressure pushing the AI up, particularly on the second minute. And I used to get totally overwhelmed. And you just have to think of crystals. Stop it, getting up the top, getting that crystal up there. Because once it has a crystal, it just starts punching through your defenses. And it's very difficult to come back from that, especially as it's got like billions of mines and just rebuild. So again, I have a kind of set pattern the way I approach this. So let's just see how it turns out for me today. Again, the AI is never entirely predictable. You can have an idea of what it's doing, what kind of thing it's going to do, but it will never do it exactly the same. So 2 mines is enough to see you through this. 3rd mine can leave you like with, you've thrown out a move for the first minute. That's what it feels like. So I'm going to put a grave here and to try and start, you know, undermining it. I want to actually kind of cut it off. I wanted to stop kind of building upwards, to be honest. So I'll try and, you know, kind of slow it down because I want to get up here later. Right, and then we're going to get this crystal, get rid of that because there's a spike's going to come here later, and another grave will be here. I'll just attack that. And then we get the second crystal. And just wait. Just wait. Hold your nerve. The spikes will flip. Time to build across here. Gotta leave this here. It's the only thing holding that back. These evil forces. Okay, that's good. More breathing room here. Gotta get underneath this crystal to protect it. I think we're doing well this time. Alright, so... I said that. I didn't watch it was getting hammered. Okay. Watch the level power there. 3. It's got still 3 strength. Okay, let's just start hammering it again. Another... Oh god, I just blew up my own grave because I wasn't watching what I was doing. Okay. Okay, the spikes are about to flip over. Oh, I didn't get rid of it in time. Right, keep on attacking. I mean, I just don't have any thing except just keep on attacking. By this point, we've got 3 crystals, and usually the tide is turning now against the computer. You just keep on throwing more and more at it, and eventually you get through. I suppose I could be a bit more precise with my targets, but I don't know, usually much better just to let the big guys do their business. SGDQ waiting room. There we go. Alright, so not bad. 2 minutes 33. It gives us a score of 12,000. I've done it quicker, but you know, it all depends how the AI has been playing out. Right, so now we've gone past the first 10 levels, and now I can start. I've upgraded my mines completely, and can't hear the music much, but that sounded like handpan. What does handpan mean? Someone help me. And upgrade my grave. That's what I do after the upgrading the mines. So let me show you what happens next. So now we get into the second set of levels, and this is where the danger lies for me. There are 2 particular levels which could really kill me. So one thing I would let you know is like now it stops seeing the human enemies and you're given the swarm. Now there's no real change, it's just purely aesthetics. But it will do your head in because you're so used to recognizing the farms and everything that when the swarm comes in, you're like, well, what the hell is that? So that there you see at the bottom left, that's the swarm base. And you'll see like in a minute, like it's mines, its farms are these like glowing, these pulsating amoeba things. And then there's these pods which are like the barracks which deploy attacks, and there's these flipping tentacles which are the defense. Okay, so this when you first do it, you think like this is kind of like tricky, and I used to die every now and then, but you know, basically you just got to get down there, just move down there fairly quickly, and not completely tower rushing, because you want to leave some towers to defend along that that axis there, because when those spikes come down, that becomes the main attack axis. And you'll force the demon swarm will inevitably get forced to go to go north up the screen, and you don't really want it to cross that line because it gets the crystals, but generally I don't usually have that problem. I very rarely get that chest there. Once or twice I've made a beeline for it. Yeah, I'm going to grab the money off you, and it just doesn't help. It actually makes you more vulnerable because you're doing something you don't need to do. Right, so game time. First swarm level. Right, again, because I have my chest next to me, I like to drop a grave first with it. Okay, attack there, and drop a mine. I'm going to do another mine down here. It inevitably usually attacks at the top here, but not always. Oh, it's blocked itself off here. It can't expand to the top now until those spikes come up. I'll do another mine. Could attack down there, I guess. But if I do that, I kind of expose... Yeah, I don't want to do that. If I get rid of that, I'll allow it to expand, because I think, oh, maybe I should put something there that's not barracks. That's not a farm. Okay, so these spikes will turn this way, like that. Okay. Oh, I don't believe it. They gave it to me. Right. Okay, I can just tack here now. I don't even need to get that other crystal. Come on. And it's over. I mean, that quickly. 1 minute 25. Gives me a nice score, 23,000. So, you know, when you've done it, first few times I did that, I was like, just getting attacked. You like thinking, should I build up, beef up my defenses or something? But inevitably, you don't want the AI to expand. That is where you're going to get toasted. Right. So now we go to 12, which is a bit of a tricky one. I don't usually lose on this, but I did used to lose quite a lot. It was one of the ones where it's like, will I get through it without losing a life? Right, so the thing about this level is it's actually got 3 corridors on it. And the center has, of course, got a crystal in it, and there's crystals at the side. And what when you start attacking one way, you force the AI to expand in a different direction. And you can get attacked from both sides here as well. I mean, depending on your strategy, you can go up to the left and then come down the right. Well, what do you do about that? But I just have a set approach now these days. Just, a few mines, 3 mines, go up and creep across into the center from the side here. And you just have to be reactive to whatever the AI is doing. If it starts to encroach on, that crystal there, you really got to, push it back before it takes it. At least negate the possession of the crystal by being up against it. Right, so let's check it out. Back to the game. Right, I'm going to be dropping 3 mines. So 1 here and 1 here as well. 1 here and 1 here. And then if the AI attacks around here, I will be able to drop a tower here. Oh, I should be dropping a mine. Let's drop the other mine here, and then we can get moving. It's attacking quite quickly. And it's probably going to get a hit in... Oh no, it's fine. I stopped it. Feels slow. I'm going to hold it back there. This spikes will not get blown up. Oh, it's going to attack the other side now. Right. If I can get up here though, got to keep your eyes peeled for this sort of thing. Oh yeah, if I get up here, I mean, it'll just be, look at that. It's left itself completely exposed. So if I can just drop, come on. There we go. Check these aren't going to get worn down. There we go, over. Just because it left itself exposed, it doesn't always do that, but if you look for the angle, you can get through. Right, so that's 1 minute 30. So it gives me a nice score of 25,000. When I was used to play these, I was like 3 or 4 minutes sometimes. If you have too much AI on the screen at any one time, it's just, oh my God. It'll take forever because it's just slowly chipping away. Right, so we're now on to 13. This is a really easy level. The same thing, I do the same thing every time. I mean, how the end game plays out, it's always a bit different, but it's really straightforward. I just grab that chest and then rush over to the left there. 99% of the time, you can get that second chest and rob the AI of it. And you can basically get both crystals like that and then stretch down to get the 3rd crystal and then just attack the swarm base in the corner there. Right, so let's straight into it. Okay, so 2 mines is what I usually dump here. Again, I've got 90 hours in this game. I've seen so many of these levels multiple times. Just redoing them. I mean, you get through them, think, should I learn anything there? And then eventually you start to hone your approach and say, hey, that seemed to work last time. And then you try it again and it's terrible and you never do it ever again. Right. Basically tower rushing down to this chest. And then... there we go, we got the chest. And then we got that crystal. You notice I'm not even attacking, I've just been concentrating on just getting my line up there. Let's start attacking though. And let's get this other crystal to beef up. Now we got all 3 crystals. Let's hold it back. Oh, idiot. I went to move. It built just as I did that. Put another one in. So you see, like, the game is over now. I really don't have any, work to do. Just keep on planting the graves. Get rid of that as well. I mean, he can't really expand, and this line holds back. Oh yeah, let's push that back. The line holds back his expansion really well. There we go. Can't get closer here. This is like, I find I can't. Oh, I can build. Or maybe that's because it died. 155, not too bad. And that gives us a score of 21,000. Okay, so we're on to 14, which is another slightly risky one. And again, I don't usually die on it these days. 14. So we are, it's very similar to the last one I said it was tricky. You've effectively got 3 corridors on the screen. You've got this one on the left, on the right, and the middle. But they're all open. Unlike the other level where there was spikes sort of changing the tactility of the level, here it's actually it's all open. What changes is the connectivity between these corridors. So what I tend to do here is I launch forward, not so much of a tower rush, because I found I could get up towards the AI very quickly, but you leave this big huge space behind you which it just exploits. And just gets past you. And then once I'm up here, I will try and creep over to the left because these spikes will come down and push up against the AI. The danger always happens is that it tries to sneak down the side here when you start doing this. And sometimes it manages to get past me and I have to get rid of the rot. Take out the weeds, but other times I manage to hold it back. We'll just see how it goes. Right, so back to game. Okay, so 3 mines again in this one. I like to have the mobility that 3 mines gives me. I think 2 mines probably you get sort of extra move out of it, but you feel the sluggishness later. You just can't put the structures down in time. Right. Okay, it's time to start attacking. I'll put a grave down now. Just as soon as I get to 35. Right. And start creeping up the board. Notice this path is going straight through the middle, but this one comes in here. So if you start deleting, taking out this tower here, you're throwing away some defense capabilities. But I will take that one out. Okay. I'm just trying to stretch over here too. And I need to stop it expanding here. That's the other thing. It's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. No. Whew. All right, good. All right, I've stopped it expanding that way. It will probably. Oh, it can't expand to the right either. Okay, I've really hemmed it in. It's gonna watch none of these get taken out. Oh, that was an idiotic thing to do. I like to put the grave back a little bit. Check the health of all of these. Oh, that one's weak. Okay, I gotta get ready. Oh, that's good. Oh, did I lose this one, did I? Okay, time to get the other crystal. Oh yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm in control of this level. Just renew that one. I've got all 3 crystals. If I get rid of this, I suppose I can put down something here. There we go. All right, that worked out quite nicely that time. 2 minutes 22. Okay, and I'm going to upgrade my graves again. And now we're at 15, which is dangerous corner number 1. And let's explain why. So, 15 I don't like a lot. So, yes, it's 2 versus 2. You got 2 bases, both of you got 2 bases. But the first thing to notice, there are no crystals. The problem with no crystals is that it prevents you from having that sort of accelerating ability to just start cutting through the defenses of the AI. And so if you end up in the situation where you're both about the same strength, you will lose because the AI can move just that little bit faster than you. So you've got to be able to use those tactics to, destroy and, expand quickly against the AI. And I still don't have a foolproof way of doing this. I have a way that sort of works most of the time, but like one false step and it just falls apart. So here's the thing, it's cut into quarters, right? And you can see the spikes in the middle, and there are spikes across the horizontal and vertical center lines. And so what you end up doing, and the AI sort of does this as well, is that you end up making this an attack or defensive posture in the vertical direction. And after the first minute, this is what the screen looks like. And you've got everything facing upwards instead of sideways. And the thing is, if I've sort of learned to put in a little bit of like, buffer in preparation for the switch. But it's still kind of tricky. So let's just see what happens. I have my move is usually to try and expand and swamp one of the 2 bases and have the other one, sort of slightly hemmed in. It's a bad feeling I'm going to lose this. This is the first one I'm anxious about. Right, 2 mines on away from the spikes. You want them nowhere near here because you're gonna be, it's bad. The AI will put a spike here somewhere and leave itself vulnerable, and that's the thing which I'll exploit. See, there you go, it's put a mine there. It thinks it's safe with a wall, but I'll be able to exploit this afterwards. Now I bide my time. I want to crush the one which is not attacking. One of them will start attacking first. Looks like it's going to be this one. There you go, that's completely surrounded. I should not have done that. Right, now slowly try to work my way down. I've got to be preparing for things to flip over actually. Right. I got my mine. Come on. If I put that there, I don't need that. Come on. Now I can attack here. Okay, so I can get that. I can get that. I don't need that anymore. I can get that. Oh, I don't need. I want to attack. Oh, and make sure you go down and to the right here. That was about to get destroyed. Come on, one more. Before the spikes go. Yes. So that's the approach I've been doing. Seal off one and wipe it out. And the other one you can sort of deal with if you're prepared from the other side. That is a kind of new strategy which has been sort of working out. And if it works out, you finish that level very fast, but only if it all plays out nicely. So there you go, it's almost 30,000. It's a nice score. So that is the first dangerous corner we've got through without losing any lives. So what do we got next? We've got 16, which is actually rather a dull level. I mean, it looks kind of interesting, but it's easy to beat. It just takes time. The thing is, everybody's in these hemmed in areas again, so you have to just make sure they can't get out through that green cell there, and then they can't expand. And after you stop that, then it's just a case of just throwing more and more troops in there. I usually get this done in the 3rd minute. Okay, so let's have at thee. I forgot to mention something, and I'll explain this to you now. So when you defeat the cube, you gain 1 extra power, which is your base can defend itself. It's inherited the cube's power, and it can shoot just like a tower can. It's a slow tower. It's not a fast tower. It doesn't get the upgrades that your towers do, but you can let something come at it without worrying you're gonna lose health. So you see the fly coming down there. It'll destroy it. So, but I'm gonna get over here quickly. Oh no, that's not good. That means it's gonna grow out here, unfortunately. Only I could get up here quickly enough. I've got quite a few coming in here. Damn it. All right, so now we're just what I'm gonna do is get rid of this one, and then we'll have control again. Go in there. Let's stop this as well. We got all crystals. I just need to start doing graves. If it gets 2 out here, oh, that becomes quite a lot more annoying. Right. Let's start taking it out. You have to get used to, dropping at the bottom of hexes as well, by the way. Because otherwise you start grabbing too high up, and it's really kind of annoying. Well, I like to grab different, send my troops off to different things to get rid of the different parts of inside. Otherwise, they all take the same route. Okay. Anybody going the top here? No? There we go. Start building in and stopping it expanding. Okay, that one's dead. What about down here? What's going on down here? Okay. When you see the Zeds, they don't have any orders. Their target doesn't exist. Come on. Can't believe this. Get rid of you. There we go. So again, it's just, as long as you just get out there and cut off the AI, then everything's good. That's 20,000. It's not too bad, I guess. Right, 17, which I believe is... Yeah, this isn't too difficult either once you've got the right strategy. It's a little bit generous, actually. You've got these nice 2 chests in front of you. But the key thing is, of course, the center cell there, the center hex cell, controls 3 crystals in one go. And so it's just a case of just getting out there, grab those chests, and then launch across. And it just gives you so much of a lead over the AI that it's difficult to fail. I mean, when you're first starting out, yeah, sure, you will fail now and then, but once you've got more experience under your belt, it's no problem. Right, back to game. Okay, so 17. Let's go for it. So I'll put down 2 mines. It pays to be just prudent and take your time instead of rushing at those chests. Yes, I need to put down another mine. And I could put a grave here and I'll start an attack. I usually attack across to the left. I think it's because of the spikes here encourage me to attack the left rather than at the top. I've not really tried to attack the top. Okay, we're close to getting a chest, and then we'll have our big expansion crazy splurge. And you're sort of hemming in the computer at the AI at the same time. Come on, give me this one. Right. Yeah, it's not too much to say. I can say, oh, actually, I can start attacking up here straight away, can't I? Right, attack. Attack, attack, attack. So the bottom AI base has been cleared out completely. Come on, I want to build here. I don't need that. I can do this here. Just keep on pushing back the territory if you can. There we go. It's just a matter of time. Come on. Are you going to do it before 1:30? No, you're going to miss 1:30 mark, aren't we? At 1:31, 1:32. There we go. Sold. Okay, 132, and that's a nice healthy score, 30,000. See, the numbers keep on going up. Same time done, but each level you go through, get more score. Now, 18 is one that looks really bad, but actually turns out to be quite fun once you've figured it out. So, 18. It looks like this. This little lone base in the middle of a terrible empty land with 2 AI either side of you ready to kick your ass. And the thing is, it's very scary, but the thing is you have to remember the AI doesn't have twice as many resources. It just has 2 bases, so it's still moving at the same rate as you, which means that effectively you've got 2 half bases fighting your single base. That would be true if it wasn't like cut into 2 though. You notice there's a line right through the middle of the screen. It's all rocks and crystals which you can't build through. So you are effectively fighting 2 half bases with half of your base, if you want to put it that way. So it's just more of a case of just holding your nerve, put in 2 mines, and then just start making sure you defend yourself. Right. Back to game. Where's game? Okay, I remember when I first saw this level, my eyes popped. It's like, are you kidding me? Now, put your mines against the rocks, not here. That's just very bad, too exposed. And then put the other one here. Even if it attacks now, hold your nerve and put that second mine in, because you will lose if you don't have that second mine. See? And also it's attacking the base, which can defend against one simple attack. So, I'll put in a defense there. It's safer. And we can already get a crystal here quite quickly. So let's just go for the attack. Do I take out the mines instead? Yeah, I'm being attacked here as well. Time to do some expansion. Yeah, you have a danger down here where the AI tries to creep around, and you don't want that either. I'm going to just move there quickly. It's always a bit nasty when it starts to sort of flank you. Okay, let's attack down here. How's it looking up here? Oh, I see. You're getting a bit crazy. I just want to get a second crystal. Because you got 2 different places to look at, you can sometimes lose track of what you're doing. You know, like, oh gosh, I'm weakened over there, sort of thing. Okay, let's do another attack over here. And if we can get a third crystal. Unfortunately, the noise of when a base is being hit is the same for you as it is for the AI. Oh gosh, okay, so I've killed off the AI on that side. And so when you hear the noise, you're never quite sure, was that me or was that the AI? Okay, so it's a matter of seconds now before it's all up. Really, I probably should have these walking around the other side, but there you go. It's done. So 156, less than 2 minutes, 26,000. I'm going to build up graves. Okay, so then we're on to 19. 19. This is interesting. I'll come back to why this is interesting in a minute when we get to 20. So 19. So you're down the bottom here. It's again 1 against 2. And the spikes preventing, locks one in and exposes you to the other. And so the danger is you're effectively fighting, like, again, 2 forces, and they get a bit of a bonus to spin up faster than you. But after trying it a few times, I found if I just create a few mines, they don't manage to get out of their shells so quickly, so you can usually get in there and beat them up pretty quickly. The only thing is this usually stretches to a 3rd minute. You can only finish it in 2 minutes if you manage to get inside that area on the left, and that's It's very rare that I get to do that. It's only if the AI seems to be, you know, playing ball, I've managed to do that. Okay, so let's go to the game again. Oh, yeah. So there was the highlights I added. Right. So I'll put in a few mines. That's what the AI is doing too. Put in a mine here and there. When it sees you starting to move, it does. I feel like it's some voodoo here. Like the AI thinks you're attacking, and when you start to put some like when you start to tower rush a bit. See, like it's gonna put an attack thing here, isn't it? It's gonna put there we go. See, and now it's gonna be an effort to get in there. Can I do it? I mean, I'll try. I can only get it. Oh, actually, what am I talking about? I can get in here. I'm not thinking straight. Yeah, I can do it from here. Come on, come on, come on, you can do it. The danger is I've left myself exposed on the other side. Come on. Ah! What a trap. I fall into my own trap. And now I've let it expand. Oh no, this is disastrous. This is very bad. This is very bad. Oh. I knew I should have just left it. It's got a crystal now as well. I feel like I should just abandon the level. Got it. At least I've negated the crystal. But once this opens up, I mean, I feel like I'm toast. All right, now start attacking again down here. Come on. Right, maybe. Oh, I did get rid of the AI. Let's just try and get rid of some of this stuff that's really causing a problem. Oh God. I think I've managed to fight back despite my earlier errors. Okay. Yeah, I don't think so, matey. I guess I'll do that. Right, time to start attacking. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how badly I did that. I shouldn't have gone in on the left side. It meant I wasn't able to cover the right, and it had so much gold. It just expanded like crazy. I really thought I'd lost it. 328. Very poor. All right. Well, I'm glad I was able to keep 3 lives for the next level. So, 20. And let's talk about 20. So 20. This is a level which almost made me quit the game. I wrote about it. It's the one featuring the second boss, the Watchtower. And this is what it looks like. And what is bad about this level? Well, first thing is the crystals are really far apart. If you want to take all 3 of them, it's gonna take a bit of effort. Secondly, the middle crystal is really close to both of your bases, which means that you will not be able to hold this down for long because you notice the spikes either side. You'll put down a tower on your side, and it'll put down a tower on the other side, and then it will negate it, and then the spikes will come back up, and you'll have to do the same thing again every alternate minute. Notice also there are spike holes around all of these crystals, so you're never going to be able to have all these three crystals in one go. You're going to have to be ready to dive in there and grab the crystal when the spikes come down. Secondly, it's got a lot of real estate up there, so the boss is starts off with quite a lot of room to maneuver, which you don't have. And the last problem is the Watchtower itself. This boss has the power to steal your graves and towers. Not your mines, just the things that exude influence, control over hexes. So every 20 seconds, it will try to grab a tower or a grave. And when I first played this, I had no idea how to deal with that. And I actually, because it's a boss from the normal game, in the normal campaign, and the boss, I just got through it by just being really fast. That's not because I was skillful, I just did it many times, and then I got through it once quickly, and I thought, whew, thank goodness I don't have to think about that. And it came up again here. So the solution to what you do if it's trying to steal one of your hexes is to basically destroy the structure on the hex. So then it can't steal it. So if you just quickly destroy and rebuild, then you've stopped its attack and you've retained the hex. The problem is that costs you gold, right? Because you'll have something there and you'll have to destroy it. You only get half back and then rebuild it. So it's more costly to expand on this level. And if you don't pay attention, you don't watch the AI doing its business, you're going to lose. So I tried this again and again. I could not find a strategy that worked. It was always destroying me. And eventually I went to the interweb and I wanted to know, is there any solution to this? And then I found out. So yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention that was my reaction after playing this so many times. So then I went to the interweb and I went to the Steam discussions, and I found that people had said, yes, Domination is impossibly hard after updates. Apparently, Domination looked different before some updates, and now Domination was really hard. And I was thinking, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we all want to rise up and say Domination is just too hard now. And then I read more closely, and then people were saying level 19 is impossible to win. And I was like, oh, what? What about 20? 20 is the real problem. So I then had to face something along those lines. But I tried again and again and again, and I realized finally the strategy should be the same as always. Aim for the crystals. The crystals are the key. Once the AI starts cording off some of the crystals, you're in a lot of trouble. If you remember the last level where I accidentally gave a crystal to the swarm, it started to take down my structures quite easy. I had to be really careful that they weren't going to get wiped out. Those towers at the bottom were losing 2 health with every hit. So the first move is, in the first minute, is to get out there, cross that the spike lane there, which is down, to get into that section, so you can hold off the AI from getting the crystal. Not to get the crystal in this first minute, just stop the AI going down there. It won't be too bothered about expanding too far, but you've got to get down there to just stop it in the next minute, because otherwise you won't be able to get in there, because there's two spikes there, and it'll just expand down there, take the crystal, and the third minute you're ended. So once you've done that, get over to the other side and start taking the other crystal, get the other crystal blocked off. Now you'll notice there's also the crystal in the middle. You need to be ready to grab that crystal as well. But get over to the right side. If the AI gets down to that second red hex at the bottom there, I think that's level over, because there's no way you can get that crystal back. You don't have very powerful armies in this, because you can never hold too many crystals. And if you manage to hit one of those hexes, you're never going to knock the other one out as well. And you find that the AI has got both cells, and one gets destroyed, it creates, one gets destroyed, it just recreates. It's only if it's got just the top one you can get through. And once you've done this, once you've managed to get these sections, then the rule is just to hold the line. Just do not let the air get through, and slowly build up an attack force, while also watching for the AI's grabby attacks. So this can take like about 3 to 4 minutes. If you're unlucky, then it can take longer. I think one of the earlier times I did it was 7 minutes. Right. Well, I think that's all I have to say about 20. I should get into it. Right. The last swarm level. Good. Let's do this. So I'm going to build up 4 mines. I've tried doing it with 3. 4 seems to be okay, and it gives you a little bit of maneuverability. You seem to really like having the ability to spawn things more quickly. I end up with more excess gold later. It's starting to put down mines. I don't like to build graves or towers too quickly, because it'll try and grab one, and you don't want to blow it up too quickly. So I'm going to wait a moment to pick up some gold speed here, and then I'll make my move. Okay. You can hear it trying to attack. There, that eye is the attack there. Come on, let's get up here. And right. Okay. I think we've... it always tries to go and get these ones which are... oh, get ready, get ready, get ready. Take this crystal. Right. Now I've got to get over here. I'm going to go to the right. It always goes for this crystal. It goes for the... Sorry, that tower. It tends to go... Come on. Yes. I think we're good. Holding him off here. Oh no, I've lost this. Oh god, I wasn't watching. Right, I've got to hold this off. I'll grab this in a minute. Now it's going to go for another one. That's why I had to put another one there, otherwise I'd lose the whole section. Now I've got to get a grave and start attacking that. My own piece. Okay, it's going for this now. I suppose I could grab that crystal. Now this is going to flip over. I don't like to do it until the very last second. Ah, maybe I was too last second. Alright. Okay, I should grab the crystal on the right there. Okay, he's attacking this again. Keep on watching. Usually it's better to move back a bit and lean in, because they can't really... Oh, he is attacking it. Wow, really going for that one. Because it can't come through here. I think time to start taking the fight. Okay. Watch out for the timing's going to change any second. And then I'll take this back. Put that there, put that there. Keep following. Oh, he's going for that again. Keep watching the strength. Oh, that one's weak. So I'm spending too much time monitoring everything to really think about what I'm doing with my attack. Maybe it's time to start taking this one out. Oh, that noise is a little bit too subtle. I don't hear it sometimes. I don't find I really want to creep up into the north half too much. Did I lose this? Ah, I did lose it. Oh, come on. Four minutes. Come on now, that's no good. Gotta be ready when he... There, got that back. on the left side there. So, run out of space to drop my... Maybe it's time to just start moving these in. He's going for it again. Come on, get through, you can do it. Oh, no, don't, wow. Oh, there you go, and then sometimes it suddenly just ends, and I was like completely unprepared for it, but yes, it's done. Sauron wants his towers. So that is the scariest level for me. You have to look very closely. I'm checking all those towers to make sure, and I still made quite a few. So I started banging my microphone there. I had to be very careful, like making sure I don't lose any of my towers, my defenses. But I still made a few mistakes there, which I probably wouldn't have done if I wasn't talking. But, you know, I can't blame you for that. I'm sorry. So now we're into the next section. Oh, notice I only got 12,000 there. I mean, that's just a very low score for a mid-20s level. But, you know, that's typical for me. So now into 21. We're into the last 10 levels. So let's take a look at the demon section. Oh, thank you for appreciating the talking. Okay, we're into demon level. So first thing, because you've defeated the second boss, you now get the ability to create troops from your base. It's like a very underpowered grave. So it doesn't get the grave upgrades, but you can produce troops and base. Troops from the base. Notice that your base now has a little Z on it, as if it's like a grave which is sleeping, hasn't been given a destination, a target. The only thing about the demon levels, there's a couple of things about that. The demon levels really. Again, it's an aesthetic change. There's no they don't have any more demony powers. Although you will find the demons now have the ability to shoot. Their bases will shoot like yours does, so it's harder to get at them with just a single attack. But they're so chunky that it takes you a while to get the hang of not drawing to the top of the base, but at their base, the base of the base. God, this is the best stream ever. And the other thing is, all the bits look the same. They all look kind of like this pillar with black in the middle. You get used to what the different things look like. The sort of the mine equivalent, the grave equivalent, and the tower equivalent. But they all are very similar in appearance, and that really threw me off when I started getting into these levels. But anyway, what I do here, the base is indeed the base. What I'm going to do here is launch across here to get this first crystal, because that one's yours for keeps. It's quite nice. And then launch up and try and grab the chest. And then once I've done that, it's just a case where you're into the second minute and then just hit all those crystals. You don't want the AI stealing any of those crystals, and then you can just concentrate on attacking the AI once you've done that. So that's what we're going to do. Game. Attack. So the graphics are very nice to look at, but as for parsing in my brain, it's not very good. Now, as I said, if you're making a direct attack, it's not great. It's usually best, I find, to attack something off to the side, or because I'm doing a mine here. So this is a mine. This is the computer's, the AI's, the demon's mines. So this is what's giving it strength. Take another mine there. But yeah, it'll shoot this. See, it just shot it. But yeah, you really don't want to attack it directly, because your troops will get shot by the time it got there. Right, start climbing up the screen. There you go. See that there? Attacking there. And then one more. Got it. Ready for the switch over? Yep. Get the crystals. Okay, and now I can start spending my time attacking. Oh, that. Get crystal. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Look, he's got bigger, beefy things now. All right. Again, don't have too much strategy here, just attack. I really need to get better defense here, I think. Come on. How's it going? Okay, we got rid of one base. And we're going to get the spike change over any second. Oh, I should be attacking that way. Let's stop that. Oh, done. Yeah. Just under 2 minutes. I can start upgrading my towers. 31,000. Right, so what's next up? Next up is 22, of course. And this is kind of like an interesting set piece. So you've got this single chest in the middle, just 2 crystals, and you know, basically just attack around the sides. I try and push the AI back, make sure it doesn't get a crystal, and then just be ready at the end of that first minute to put something down in one of these green cells fast. Otherwise the AI will do it, and then you'll find your job a lot harder. I mean, you may lose because it suddenly can expand quickly. So, game time. Let's get this done. Half an hour left of the stream, right? That's what I said. Right. Dump mine here and attack. Oh, okay, I'll attack that. Don't go near so it can avoid being attacked by the base. So send the troops around here and make a wide berth of the base. Oh, it's kind of slightly blocked itself there, so maybe I should attack up here. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, it's moving towards this way. Okay, it's completely blocked itself off at the bottom now. It has to expand at the top. I'll hem it in. Now it's stuck. Right. I'll be able to take this crystal down the bottom. I'm impatient, but I got to make sure I leave myself with the energy to drop something here. There we go, got it. Oh, or did I? Looks like the AI got it. Okay, let's just send everybody in for attack. Just a case of just sending more and more in. There we go. That can be a quite quick one, provided you grab that chest, which I don't think I did. All right. Score of 40,000. That's usually a very high scoring level. It's over pretty quickly. So 23. Right. 23. Again, I don't really have much of a strategy here. It's a very open level, so you have to be careful not to let the AI expand too much. So this really is about tower rushing forwards. So I tend to do this sort of slingshot to the left, come up, get the middle crystal, slingshot to the left and block its path off. And then you just sort of like weigh it up where you feel like you should go next, depending on how the AI is expanding. That's all there is to it, he says. To be honest, some of these levels I got through first time. They didn't provide a lot of challenge, but there is one. We'll come to it shortly. Right, back into the game. All right, you got a nice mine already at the start. Again, I really want to attack where I think it's going to put a mine. There's the mine. This is going to put one there. Looks like... Okay, I'm going to attack this one instead. I should be expanding. Sometimes you think too much about what you're doing. Okay. Got that crystal there at the moment. Try and cut off. Oh, there's more coming down from the right here. It makes me a little bit nervous, but I think it's probably okay. We're getting hit, we're hitting that mine. Is it getting through? One's got through. Okay, now that's kind of cordoned off, so I think I want to expand over here now. Maybe I should move this here, make a kind of corridor effect here. Wait, put that one guy in there. He's getting a bit excitable, isn't he? Oh, excuse me. Right. Oh, it's got a lot of guys coming down here. You know, I think I'm going to have to put one in front. Oh! Right, I don't think so. Okay. That's alright, this is holding up nicely. And let's just keep on attacking there. And over here, I think go straight for it now. Am I losing power anywhere? Defensive capabilities anywhere? Oh, there's a lot coming down here. Got through. Come on. Didn't realize that would be killed off so quickly. God. Come on, you're annoying me. This is where you start to feel like maybe you should have had another, Oh, see, look here, I'm attacking the wrong space. I made the error myself. So that was the problem. I actually set the army is attacking the space above the base, and as I said, that's a problem. Sometimes you think you've got the bottom, you've targeted the base, and you haven't. That's a bit of a shame. It's only 20,000 now. I think that should have been a bit quicker. Very bad. Okay, so let's look at the next level. 24. And this is another nice set piece level, and you've got these spikes, and so generally what you end up doing here, I mean, I never get that crystal at the top. You go out, get those crystals at the side, and I was then fully prepared when I first started doing this. It always worked, building up defenses above the base, above my base, and then attacking around the side. But what I realized after doing this for a while is that actually they're not that strong in the middle. They tend to see the spikes as a wall and don't build up there. And if you make an attack directly here after those spikes come down, you can usually, well, I think every time I've done it, I've actually ended the level. So let's see what happens. Will we get this done in under 2 minutes? What is that when all the hexes flash black for a bit? That's all the, that's when you're getting a crystal. If you, let's try and do the same thing again. If you get a crystal, it does this upgrade across all of your, it's just reflecting the fact that it's an upgrade is happening across all of your troops. All your graves are getting upgraded. But if you do, but if you lose a crystal, you get a down arrow as well. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put something here first because the path goes straight down into these mines. So up here, the path goes into the base rather than avoids the mine. So it's a very gentle tower rush. What? They've never done that before. My God. Oh, that's it. That's it. Just wind me up in the stream. Oh, I shouldn't have destroyed that. Come on. Oh, we got it. Really annoying. But it's vulnerable. Come on, I need power to make a... There. Attack one. A bit dicey, isn't it? Okay, I've lost this second crystal, which is slowing me down, unfortunately. It's not good. So I guess you're really giving you a show this time. What's going on here? Okay, I'm about to lose everything from spikes. Really? Well, well, well. Every time it works, he says. Mm-hmm. Come on, let's get this crystal back. Oh, now it's got a crystal at the top. Right. Ooh. We need to get this crystal back. Are you ready? Got it. Oh. All right, great. What is going on? Oh, I can take that. I didn't know what was going on there. It was like the end, like total chaos. And when it was going, whoa, whoa, like whose base is getting hurt? And I just didn't have a chance to look. So I'm quite pleased I pulled that off, but God. It's never made that move, that aggressive move down for the spikes before. I have not seen that one. But you know, it's the first time for everything. So what's on 25? So 25 was the one that stopped me. I had problems with 25. And it looks like this. And it's a very open level. It's not one of these where, oh, well, you know, it's just an open level. And I find I was just getting overrun. I would concentrate on one base and the other one would start attacking me because it expanded and got a crystal. Both of them have a crystal kind of near them. So basically what I now do is just go for the crystals. And this was a level which prevented me making it through to like the 26 range. And to be honest, once I got through to 26, first time I got to 26, I just got through all the rest of the levels. So yeah, I finished it first time once I got through 25. So let's see how this works out. Let's just get those crystals. And sometimes it does throw me a bit of a curveball. I've just got to be careful about this level. You leave a bit of a line of attack somewhere. Right, similar thing. I don't really... Okay, I'll attack that. It's got a mine right there. I don't really want... Sometimes it surrounds this one on the left here. And you don't really want to unsurround it, right? If it's keeping itself hemmed in, that's great. Now I'll start making my way down. I don't really put in much of an attack. Just want to start getting out and about to get the crystals. In a moment I might put another... I might put down another one, what's the word? A mine down here. Now we're gotta be careful. They tend to try to change tack at this point. There we go. Coming in for an attack down here. Can I put another one in? There we go. Maybe it's time to start going on the offensive. Ah, you. Oh man, I just gotta go through there. So I've got all 3 crystals. You attack that way, my friend. Gotta make sure that everything's not going to get destroyed when you're not looking. Okay. Okay, so we got rid of base number 1. Let's get rid of base number 2. Maybe it's time to just pile in there. Got to watch out, it's still attacking from down here. You got to be careful. Oh. Alright, there we go. Now I've got a clear run. There we go. Done. So yeah, just get those crystals and make sure you don't leave yourself open to attack. I have got taken down on that right side before when the spikes get withdrawn, starts attacking. I'd surrounded myself with mines. And like I had to, if you don't take one of those mines away, you're vulnerable to one of those attacks where it just comes right up next to you and game over. Okay, so now we're into, oh, an upgrade. Now we're into 26 and I'm not very worried about the rest of this. Like, all the dangers are over now. All right. Can I do it in 15 minutes though? 26. Again, lots of bases. 2 down the bottom, 3 at the top. Not too much to say about this level. I generally like, it's just the same thing. Get the crystals and, everything else should take care of itself, more or less. I like to send the 2 bases to attack the middle base at the top, but somehow that never seems to work. But it does leave the side ones slightly vulnerable at times. But you just got to play this level by ear, to be honest. So let's dive into it. Start putting some mines down. Right. Ah! Back there. Back there. Another mine here, I think. Then start taking away up this. They're attacking this base more than anything, so I probably should put at least 1 tower here. But you see this attack down here, if I just get these towers up closer, it will just start to cut them off. Alright, ready to go over here, I think. You know what, I'm gonna make that attack there, that attack there, just for fun. Oh, what? Did it take out a mine and I didn't pay attention? Right. Gotta put a mine back in then. It's got too close here. I don't like it. Okay, I think I'll start attacking here as well. Keep checking my defense line. Okay, that's dead. Okay, that's the second base gone. And let's just keep on hacking at it. A tower rushing here. There. It's over. Okay. So that was 2 minutes. That takes us up to 500,000. Right, we'll find out what's next. Right, so it's 27, he says, looking at the Roman numerals with his brain saying it's 10 to 11, in the UK. Very similar level. This once went very wrong. I mean, yeah, I can win, but once it filled the screen with defense towers, and it was like you couldn't do anything. It wasn't really attacking, but it was defense towers everywhere, and trying to get through all of that was like really hard. But anyway, generally I try to do a pincer movement on the center base, and then maybe go across to the left one to try and cut off its expansion ability on the bottom left, and then See what happens. All right. Would you say the visual cut is a good thing, or do you think a clearer building, health, sounds would make it a better game? I'm going to stop for a second there. So, is the visual clutter a good thing? It takes time to get used to. I found in the beginning the visual clutter was overwhelming. And do I think clearer building, health, sounds, etc. would make it a better game? I think certain sounds would be better to be distinct, like the sound for your base being hit versus the enemy base. And also the sound for the being grabbed on level 20, your piece being grabbed should be much more prominent. But I'm not sure what more you could do without sort of destroying how it looks. And I've got used to it now. I think maybe some of the designs would be better for the demons and stuff. The structures look really impressive, but as I said, I can sometimes grab the wrong hex. But other than that, I wouldn't want to change too much of it. Right, attack. Attack. Mines. Why am I putting 2 mines here? What an idiot. We put one up in a corner. Yes, I wouldn't want to change the aesthetic too much. Okay. Let's do our business. Get across here. This is hemmed in now. But again, when you hem in, it just stops it just expands in different directions. Got some crystal danger here. Right. Okay. Let's put that there. Let's put that there just to control more space. Are there too many things coming this way? Then let's do something about that. Okay, we got another expansion up here. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Okay, we're getting hit there. Right, let's attack that base. I've lost that crystal, but it's okay. I've still got 3 at the moment. Good. Okay, we got rid of that base. Now it's time to start attacking the other bases. Come on. Oh, that base is gone too. Sometimes it happens all so fast. Right. Oh, I'm still attacking a non-existent base. Okay, any second. Alright, there we go. Done. Watch out on top. I tell you, I'm not reading your messages while I'm playing most of the time. Right. So that one's done. And that's the final upgrade. Okay, so now it's 28. What does 28 look like? 28 looks like this, which is an interesting level. It's really kind of, in a way, it's kind of generous at the start. You get like this mine and, you know, got lots of space. The only question here really is how long it takes you to do it. And recently I've been trying to drive a wedge, push hard to try and take out that first base. You get exposed to that for 2 minutes and then it gets locked down, and if you haven't killed it by that point, then it's gonna be, you're gonna get locked out. You'll destroy the other bases and just be sitting there waiting, like twiddling your thumbs, and it's the most frustrating thing sometimes with these spike levels. So yeah, after I go for that, I go, when the spikes change over, then I start reaching over to this base here because I want the crystal. So let's see what happens. Oh God, did I not record any of that? I'm so sorry, everybody. That was it was delicious. Told you, that's the results. I should move the phone right like up in front of me so I can see what the hell's going on. Hey Joel, can you put the game on? Oh God. Well, yes. Well, that was great. Let's switch over to the strategy table again, and this time remember to turn off. Right. 29. I will definitely show you this one. Again, very generous. You start off with 50 gold, and you've got this big space. You've got a crystal right in front of you. It's just yours. I mean, how can you go wrong with this level? So what I tend to do is sweep around the left there, and then come back to go over the top. The idea is to block off the AI from expanding the bottom left there, and then take control around that top crystal to the top right. So, I'll actually show you me playing this one. Game. Show the game. There you go. Attack. Wow, it's a long time since you've seen this game, guys, isn't it? Right, so don't put your minds down, like, in the path, because, you know, you'll just put them in the line of attack. You want to do that. So I'm going to be launching over here. Get moving. I'm not even bothered about the top left at the moment. Just get moving. Block off the AI. There you go. I can't move now. And then we try and creep a bit over here, a bit more, I think. Really? Okay, ready? I don't understand how it gets through. Okay, let's get up here. Alright, and then I'll probably dump something here too. There we go. Maybe it's time to start attacking. Okay. Okay, want to attack there? Oh, it's gonna, of course it's gonna attack me, isn't it? Let's just attack there. Anything? How's this looking? I'll just replenish. I'm going to attack on the bottom here as well at the same time. I should get the other crystal. That's what's missing from my magic formula. Come on. About to lose. There we go. Okay, so now I can get that. Get that. Let's just start attacking up here. Get everybody going. I wonder if you just should rebuild them or whatever. You know, just destroy down and rebuild. Maybe that's quicker. Come on, get through. Come on, you're almost there. Just do it. Do I have to make any more? Thank you, at last. Okay. So, there we go, a score of 30,000. So, bearing in mind we've got one level left, we're going to end up in a kind of fairly low-ish score, I guess, about 62,000, 620,000, I think. We'll see how this works out. So this is the final level, the final boss, and it's not as difficult as the other two bosses. So let me show you what that looks like, and I will definitely flip back to the game after I've shown you this. So level 30, the final one. So this is it, and it's very similar to one of the earlier levels where you had, like, you know, 2 enemies at the top. Now you've got 3 bases. Now the middle base, the pyramid, has a special ability to occasionally drop the little black pyramid at the top there onto one of the hexes and turns it into sort of mush. That mush is permanent and you cannot build on it, and you won't be able to get any troops through it. So it doesn't do it too often. I think if they'd probably done made it deploy this weapon so many times, then it definitely wouldn't have been that easy to do, maybe even unfair. But if you don't get rid of it, it will mess up your attack routes. You'll have to keep on avoiding various spots on the map. So I like to take it out first, which means I aim for this cell. I try to do a sort of sucker punch in it and like just let it, you know, take its time, attack something else, and then go straight for it. If I can get a piece there, then it's exposed and I can destroy it pretty quickly. After that, just kind of bleed out to the sides, go for the other crystals, and that's pretty much all there is to it. You get 50 gold to start off with, so let's see how level 30 goes, the final one. Ah, evening, Danawar. You're here for the final minutes. You should have been here just now when I didn't show anybody the game. Everybody was just watching my face. Right, here we go. Final level. Right, so I'm gonna have that attack over here somewhere, say, just make it think I'm doing this. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll just go over here instead, because that got an exposed mine. Right, so I'm just going to build up a head of steam here. I'm not going to do another mine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe. Right. Okay, we did that. Come on. And attack there straight away. Okay. So that just needs a little bit of coaxing to die. There we go, it's deploying its weapon once. Right. Okay, it's time to start expanding out. Oh, this is getting out quite a bit. Okay, so that's down. Let's go for the next one. Maybe I should get some defenses up here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Maybe I should get another mine out. So I've got this at the moment. Man. Okay, maybe we just expand over here this way instead. And around here, can I get this crystal? Yes, there we go. I noticed something attacked there. Ready? Gonna put another piece down here. Okay. I see, I lost this piece here. Oh, I'm losing these pieces here. I need to get another piece in quickly. Oh, I knew it was coming. Alright, let's like attack. Oh, I see, I gotta watch there. I think I should put another mine in. For some reason I put another grave in. Well done, me. Mine. Okay, this is not getting very far, is it? Yeah, it keeps on building back as the problem. It's starting to do what it did in the other level I told you about. It's starting to build a lot of, what's the word? Oh, come on. Ah, I missed it. Come on. Right, that's better. We just need... Okay. So, you know what? Maybe I just get rid of that. Bring it over here. So I can get it working over here. I think we just gotta get these guys to do their stuff, really. Okay, good. Notice there's still, I've got to make sure my guys don't walk through this, otherwise I'll just drown. Okay, there we go. It's over 3 minutes 42, so what score did I get? 18,000. Whoa. Oh, it's not very good, is it? Right. 18,000. And I got a top score of 612,000, so it's not bad. It's not to be sniffed at. So, amazing how little one can understand when one pops in at the end of a stream. Yes, quite a mess. But I did it. So that can only mean one thing, that let's have a look at the main menu, show the Domination scoreboard. Yeah, I was down here. I would have been in, it was Bad Mofo was #1 for a long time, so I would have been second there. But yeah, I'm a bit worried about this Akanka Alia coming up here. A bit too close to my top score. However, it does mean, of course, that let's see, if I go to the loading screen, then let's see. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I've got the Death Crown. I have Death Crown. I'll put these on properly now so it look good. There you go. There you have it. I've shown you 2 hours, 10 minutes of Death Crown, and I don't probably ever want to play it ever again, I guess, at this point. Thank you. I think it looks pretty good. So anyway, I'd of course recommend Death Crown to anyone. It's not that expensive. You don't have to do Domination. You've got the main campaigns, which are a lot more fair and got a few more twists and some cool graphical interludes to watch as well, which I won't show you any of. But if you're watching any of the trailer beforehand, then you would have seen plenty of that. Right, I am the Night King. Thank you very much. Well, I shall leave you tonight, or for the evening if you're in another part of the world, and get some rest. And I'll be back in about 7 years' time to play a different game. Thanks very much, everybody. Thank you.